Hey everybody. Um, just a little thing up front. I am not a professional YouTuber. I am not a professional painter. Just a DIY guy who likes to get things done myself around the house a lot of times if it's not too tough of a job. Anyway, I had a job here recently where I needed to paint the cabinets in the walls. But this video is about the cabinets, particularly in the trim in my mudroom. And I did a lot of research over what type of paint the color and brand paint we have. Well, I don't know what model when the house was built about 7 years ago, but it is a Benjamin Moore Dove White or White Dove, one of the two. That's the color. This can right here is actually their Advance. And I wanted to put together a quick video to talk about, from a DIY perspective, what this paint can and can't do. Or how it works from a DIY perspective. There's a lot of videos out there, and I do research to death sometimes, but you watch a lot of videos on Emerald versus Advance, and they all seem to come from the professional's perspective, which I'm not. A lot of things they talk about are dry time, which this doesn't have very good dry time, workability. I don't even know what half of that stuff is. My biggest concern was durability. How good and as close to durability and as close to spray quality as possible, because the paint I'm painting over were sprayed and I'm not spraying. So my biggest concern was overall finish once it was all done. I don't care about time. I don't care about anything else. So drips, because I take my time, I go slow. I'm not about volume. So a lot of those videos out there that are concerned about some of those valid concerns that professionals have don't apply to me. So if you're a DIYer and you're wondering about if this advanced paint is good for you, that's what I'm here to help with. So the tools I use, again, I've got this gallon of advanced paint. You can't see the label, but it's there. This is the Mohair Blend roller that I used. Probably this is a must-have. Got to go with that. I use this paintbrush, which is an Alpha, 2.5 inch brush. I just happened to pick that up. I'm actually used to this brush, which is their Ultra Pro line, which I really like. It's a lot like a Purdy that I'm used to, Home Depot. But I wasn't even paying attention. I just grabbed this from the Benjamin Moore store when I picked up this paint. And it was fine. I think a lot of the pros might like it because it holds a lot of paint. I thought it was fine. Your mileage may vary. But again, this is key, I think, to success. So anyway, let me show you the cabinet, what they look like before and after. I've got a before right here. Hopefully you can see. This is a kitchen cabinet that was sprayed. So this is the finish that I'm trying to go after. And I know it's not going to be perfect because I'm not spraying, but I wanted to get it as close to possible. That was my number one concern. So this is an example in my kitchen of sprayed cabinets. And let me take you over to the mudroom. It's sort of a work in progress here. From far away, can't even tell. And again, the durability on these shelves, they get banged up from kids throwing book bags on them and everything. That's what my biggest concern, or one of my biggest concerns was. But the finish, it was really, really good with the roller. So this roller, it almost looks sprayed. And I'm very, very happy with the finish of this paint. The brushed paint isn't 100% perfect. I don't even know if you can see this, but you can see some lines. Really good quality. I painted my basement trim with just standard Home Depot latex paint with Floetrol, I think it's called, to thin out the paint. And it did pretty close to what this is doing. I don't know if it's worth the double the price for this if you're just using a brush. But if you are using a roller on big surfaces like this, and I know you probably can't see this, but if you're using a roller, that combination of that roller and that paint is really highly recommended. As far as the Emerald versus Advance, I don't know. Emerald was actually more expensive in my local store. It wasn't on sale. It was more expensive than Advance, but the reason why I went with Advance is I think one of the reasons why all these pros don't like it is because or they do like it, they really like it, but it takes a long time to dry. But where it always won in these battles or these competitions that I found was the durability and that smooth, hard finish. And that's what I think it really did really well. This is the semi-gloss. Not sure about the other stuff, but if you're like me and you do kind of analysis paralysis until you buy something online, that's what this video is for, to show you some real world examples from a DIY guy and not from a pro's perspective. So if you've got a small job which justifies the higher price tag, I say go for it. If you're doing something like a basement trim, like crown or something like that, where it's not as in your face or definitely not touched, I would probably stick with a cheaper latex paint with some Floetrol and you'll be good to go. Anyway, that's it guys. Just wanted to share that info. Have a good one.